Hello everyone, it's Friday the 22nd of July, wearing a Rage t-shirt, and I don't know who sent this to me, but thank you whoever did. Let's get this started right. Right off the bat, honestly thinking of my sister Stephanie out there in California, as well as my sister Adrian and her husband Floyd, and the boys, my nephews and great-nephews, thinking of you all. I love you so much. I hope you're taking care in all this heat. Today is supposed to be a scorcher here in Omaha. And interestingly, there's a free concert this evening, which I'm probably going to pass on, but it's Dave Mason and Sheryl Crow. I quite like Dave Mason and still have a couple of his albums, but probably going to pass on the heat. Let me see if I can talk better today, okay? I'm glad you folks are watching the interviews, and I'm looking forward to the one with Charles Hayward. He, in my mind, is one of the giants of English rock music in general, but definitely coming from England. He, to me, is one of the greats. I rank him right alongside Robert Wyatt, David Bowie, Syd Barrett. I do. Listen to his work. And he was like there from the ground floor, starting back in around 1970. He was there at the beginning in many ways. Very much looking forward to the conversation with Charles. So, folks, every now and then you'll ask me about, supporting me, and why don't I go on to Patreon, or will I do that eventually? The answer is no, and it's very simple. I am an old hippie mind, and to me that's a compliment, not the fake hippies that Frank Zappa talked about, but the idea of moving away from the standard values of society, which are very materialistic and anti-human. So I don't like the idea of Patreon where it becomes a job. There are certain rules that you have to follow, and make sure you do this and do this and do this and do this. And it's like, no, I don't want to do that. This is enjoyable because it's fun. I want to get on here and do this, talk, share, whatever. I don't want it to become a job. And so I won't do Patreon. So with that said, one way that you can show me support and also check out my art is by buying downloads and whatever physical stuff I have available through Bandcamp. Just today I uploaded a new digital release. I'd been talking about doing it. Last year, I believe it was last year, there was an exhibit at the Bemis by artist Charlie Friedman called Soundscapes, Soundtracks for the Present Future, where he had assembled a total of 70 guitars, mandolins, and basses suspended by wire, all hooked up with servo motor picks and automated picks on each guitar. All those slaved into a MIDI keyboard so that the guitars, the exhibit, it's like a surround sound thing, plays the music via MIDI. And it was very exciting. I got a call from the Bemis asking if I was interested in the exhibit, and the next thing you know, they commissioned me to write some pieces for it. So what I've uploaded today is my recordings, the ones that I could get of the exhibit playing my compositions, and then after those recordings are the original studio recordings. So that's a new release that you can buy today or anytime. Charlie Friedman's Soundtracks for the Present Future plays the music of Dereck Higgins. And I would appreciate your support. And also, enjoy the music. It's a rather neat experience. I'll leave the link below. Okay? Box sets are something, I don't know about you folks, but box sets are something that tend to just sit. I like them, but I have noticed that, a lot of times box sets get picked over when I'm choosing something to play. So today, I decided to change that, because I hadn't listened to this in quite a while, and pulled my Opeth Live at the Royal Albert Hall box set. Played a couple sides of this morning. Beautiful package. And I like the band. I really do. I like the band very much. I was sorry to hear that the drummer, the last drummer, I forget his name, Martin or whatever. No, that's the other guy. But this drummer, he left the band a while back. Very good drummer. I'm not all that surprised that he finally left, because Opeth is going in a different direction than it was in when he started. And I think I can tell that he wants to play heavy and hard. And Opeth is chilling out. So he left the band. That was a good play this morning. Very enjoyable. I'd like to call your attention to this new release on Discus, Army of Briars. Haven't made it all the way through it, but this is gorgeous, and it's different than the usual fare. This features vocals and some interesting harmonies going on with these vocals, as well as some beautiful compositions. The first one in particular, to William Blake. What a way to start the album. It's just beautiful. The artwork is totally indicative of what you will hear and where it will likely take you mentally as you listen. I highly, highly recommend this. And bravo to you, Martin Archer, for endeavoring to just stretch out and just do cool stuff with your label. Okay? Pulled this and had a much more, I forgot how good this is. Soul Coughing came out back in what? I have to get my peepers here because I can't see the damn. This came out in 1994. This guy, the main guy from Soul Coughing, has come to Omaha several times. I've never bothered to go see him, but this was really enjoyable. There is an aspect of hip-hop to this, and it's surprisingly funky. It's really good. Soul Coughing. Ruby Vroom. What else is still sitting out? This is from yesterday. I listened to this. Praxis. Profanation. Preparation for a Coming Darkness. One of those Bill Laswell projects with Buckethead, Brain, and a whole bunch of folks are on here, including Iggy Pop, Bernie Worrell, Mike Patton, Serge Tankian, Otomo Yoshihide. This is hit and miss. As I was listening to it, I thought to myself, did someone have a budget to play with and they got all their friends so they could, pay their friends, help them out with some bills? Because this is real hit and miss. Some of the tracks are, to me, throwaway. It's like it's not very inspiring. Overall, I think I like the cover art the best thing about the record. Glad I have it, though. Last thing I played yesterday was Tripped by Roger Simonson posting an Aphex Twin record that he recently found. So I put this on because the one that he found was the one with the silver foil cover. And on that album, this is the inner sleeve. But this is an EP from it, a Collapse EP. And to me, Aphex Twin is an acquired taste. And I like him, but in small doses. Okay, so I find it interesting. I won't be quiet about my opinion, even though the primary reason people, I think, are watching is for music, but I'm going to say what's on my mind. I watched those hearings last night. It's appalling. Trump needs psychiatric intervention. He does. It's like just because of his money and privileged life, he is not dealt with correctly. Man has mental health problems. And the hearings are just, it's like there's no, from my perspective, no sane person can defend what happened on January 6th. It was wrong. Period. It was wrong. Those people were also acting like a rabid pack of animals. They were mob rules. People have been bringing that up in social media. The Black Sabbath song, The Mob Rules. Well, that's a real good example of where people lose their minds, and just like a match could kindle a flame, that's what you see. So we've got to try to heal. There's no way that man or that type of mentality needs to be in office. It's very destructive. It is. It's not helpful to everyone, and that's what we don't need. Someone like Trump who only is very selfishly motivated for him, his own benefit, not even for his cronies. That's just he used people, and it's just really infuriating how we have so many people who are under this spell, this Trump spell, still as unwell and unethical this person is. We have all these people who it's maddening. So I'll continue to speak out. And when I hear from the bots, because sometimes I get these stupid spams where it's a link to some kind of Russian porn or some kind of shit. Well, that just, again, tells me a whole lot about the nature and the character of these people. And it's decent people need to speak out and stop tolerating this trash and this attrition of our society. It's not okay. It's not funny. And we need unity, and we need maturity. We need to behave maturely. There's nothing mature about what's happening with Trump and his gang. I'll continue to speak out against it because it's wrong. It is. It is wrong. People, hope you have a good weekend, okay? I like hearing from you. If you examine my words, I've said nothing that is asking for, I'm not attacking anyone negatively, or I'm speaking about concerns. So there is absolutely no reason for anyone to come back leaving hateful, negative, useless comments. I'm saying it up front because it's just part of the world. This stupidity, this ignorance, this negative vibration. It's just, I'll keep talking about it because I don't like it, and it's just It's wrong. Okay, people, play some good music, take care, and be loving to one another as much as you can.